Well, hello, Miss Elizabeth. I'm super excited for you being one of our recipients for our college art scholarships of $3,000. And that was quite an accomplishment. My gosh, the committee had such a hard time with that. And you've got some pretty impressive work. But before we get started, I'd really like people to know a little bit about who you are. And so if you will give us a little brief description of about yourself.
Yeah, so I am 19 years old. I just graduated high school. I was homeschooled for several years, and online learning I just struggled with, and I decided to go back to school to just finish up. So I went to College View High School, finished that up. It's a really, really great high school, especially for arts. And I just got my diploma. I am really excited about it. In like my free time, I enjoy spending time with like animals. I have a lot of pets, lots of animals in my household.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
So what got you started in the arts? Like what made
I've
you?
I've always loved like arts and being creative. Like it kind of sounds cliche, but ever since I was like a toddler, I've really just been very expressive, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, I've always been interested in theater and acting. And as I've grown, I've been more interested I've grown more interest in like visual arts, like drawing and painting. And it was just something that I kind of dabbled with for a little bit. And as I started College View, I was challenged a lot more to create more pieces with more intention. I also started costume design a lot more.
Oh, wow.
And I just have a really strong passion for just creating beautiful pieces of art that are just expressive and I feel like can reflect me or can reflect an idea that I'm trying to portray. I just find a lot of peace in it, and it's just just a form of self-expression. And it just brings me a lot of joy.
Oh, that's so awesome. And so I bet you have an art mentor. So who like mentored you along the way?
My most recent mentor, the one that's been the most prevalent in my like art journey, has been my art teacher from College View High School. Her name is Mrs. Ann Rife. She's amazing, great. She is so patient and understanding, and she is so flexible with art ideas. If you bring something to her that's a little bit more abstract or weird, she gets it. She totally understands, and she's very encouraging and moving you forward and completing that piece. And she gives great, technical advice too about art, like, oh, you should actually use this kind of medium because you're going to get this effect and it's going to look nicer, or you should use this kind of paper. And those technical things helped me so much because it was things that I wasn't educated about and helped me improve my art in ways that I hadn't thought about.
Mentors are just absolutely amazing. That is awesome. Do you have a particular piece of art that you've like your favorite piece so far?
My personal favorite piece is of an electric violin. I can't remember what I titled it. I think I just titled it Electric. I believe I submitted it into my scholarship, but it is a watercolor wash background
Yes.
that I created some really interesting textures with using like salt and rubbing alcohol to get the paint and the water to move in really interesting ways. So I use that as a wash on my background in a lot of like blues and purples and greens. And then with acrylic paint, I painted on top an electric violin. And then around the background, I put like different kinds of iridescent and holographic glitter. And the energy that I wanted to capture with that piece was just kind of the energy that you feel at like an amazing like concert with like lights and the shining and the music just moving around. And that has definitely been one of my favorite pieces by far.
So what college are you going to go to this year?
I'm gonna be going to Blinn College.
And what's your major going to be in?
I'm gonna be a theater arts major.
Oh, wow. That is super exciting. Is there anything else you would like to add before we end our little chat for today?
I am just really grateful for all of the opportunities that I've had through my school and through the Arts Council. I really, really appreciate that they are so willing to acknowledge and recognize students who want to either make a career out of their art or just acknowledge their art and their progress to help them maybe in other academics. That's something that not a lot of scholarships do. They kind of focus on like, your academic things, but this scholarship and the Art Council was so willing to recognize a student's artistic integrity. And I think that's something really special that, not a lot of kids get a chance to do. And I think that's wonderful.
We've got some major, fun, exciting art supporters, and we couldn't do all that we do without them. And so thank you so much for mentioning them. They are amazing people, and I know that they would love to meet you, and I know they're going to get a joy out of watching your interview. So thank you so much for that. I
Yes, of
appreciate
course.
that. And so when you get done with your degree, what are some things that you're planning on doing, or what do you hope to aspire to do?
So with a theater arts degree, I am really hoping that I can expand my skill in things like costume and set design. I'm also very interested in acting and performing. I kind of want to branch out a little bit, figure out which thing I fit in best, and make connections with people in the community and see what kind of project I can work on moving forward. So I'm kind of seeing where this kind of journey takes me, seeing how it goes. And then once I graduate, either move forward to a career or, make connections with people who I've connected with through school, get in touch with them, see if there's work that I can do for them.
That's awesome. And I know that we have some amazing list of affiliates that I think we need to probably chat with you about, because we've got a ton of theaters that I think you might find a great way to volunteer or contribute with them and learn a whole lot. So thank you so
Yeah,
much for all that you do to inspire art. And I am looking forward to your future. I bet you're going to do some great things.
thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Congratulations again on your scholarship.
Thank you.